This community is making nearly $700,000. This community is making nearly $65,000. And this one is making nearly $102,000. And it's free to join, as you can see. And none of this happened because they post more or run ads or they've picked a lucky niche. So if you're stuck not making money on Skool right now and watching everyone on YouTube giving you conflicting advice, different answers, feeling like you're missing something obvious, you probably are. Because I analyzed the top 180 Skool communities, and here is what the top 1% do. They all do the exact same 5 things. So I went through every single one of them, all 180 about pages, all 178 owner profiles. And in this video, I'm going to give you all 5 things and the exact things you need to be doing right now in order to take your community to that next level. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Adnan Pildic. I run the Skool games and I'm building Kamosi software, the all-in-one operating system for Skool. So let me show you the first thing the top 1% Skool community owners do. So the first thing they all do, or actually don't do, is they don't chase members, right? Most of them don't even have that many. And as you can see, 70% of the top 180 communities on Skool have under 1,000 members. Not 10,000, not 5,000, under 1,000 members. And what's crazy is, look at these tiny communities. You've got Brand Sharks, for example. They have what, 26 members? And they are charging $1,500 a month, making nearly $65,000 per month from 26 members. That's insane. You've got Standard Jiu-Jitsu, for example, with 115 members, making $21,400 a month. And then you've got Breakthrough Elites with 109 members, making nearly $21,000 a month. So really, stop chasing members and think you're missing. Trust me, it's not members, right? It's the right offer to the right buyer. And members come after that, not before that. So the most important thing is having the right offer and the right buyer, the right niche. And once you stop chasing members, the exact question is, who is the right buyer, okay? Because that decision sets a ceiling on everything you can ever make. So you better choose wisely. Which brings me to the second thing, which is your niche is your ceiling. So the number 1 money community on Skool is making what, $691,000 a month, which is crazy. And the number 1 community in the music category is making $26,000 a month, right? So look at the difference, 26 times the difference. They're both in the same Skool platform, right? They probably are making the same effort, but the difference is this one is earning 26 times this community right here. And it gets even clearer than that. The 20th best money community beats the first best music community by 3 times. So the 20th community in the money category is making about $80,000 a month. That's the mediocre money community. And the number 1 Skool community in the music category is making $26,000 a month. And this confirms it. So your niche is your ceiling. And the fast way through that is you pick a wealthier niche, a wealthier buyer. It's literally not about working harder. It's about picking a buyer who already has money to spend, right? And once you've picked the buyer, the next question is one that most Skool community owners get confused about, which is the price. So that brings me to the third thing. So on Skool, there are basically only 2 pricing models that work pretty much. I mean, there's a few, you know, you've got freemium, you've got free, you've got paid, subscriptions, all of that. But ultimately, it's 2 pricing models. You've got high ticket with low volume. So you are selling your offer for anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000. And then you've got low ticket anywhere from like $49, etc. The first one requires less traffic, but you need to do sales calls, etc. And the second one requires a crap ton of traffic. You drive to the about page, make sure that it is really well optimized, and you just hammer that about page with traffic, and you need to convert a lot in order to make money that way. And there's really nothing in between. So let me show you what each one looks like. So high ticket, low volume is around $1,500 to $1,700 a month, right? If you're doing really well, I'm talking about, these are like the top communities. They have anywhere between 250 members to 800 plus members at this price range. That's why they they are able to make this enormous amount of money. And the top one is Evolve. As you guys know, they're making nearly $700,000 a month. They might be the first school community to crack $1 million a month. I mean, they are on the road to achieve that, which is amazing. And then you've got Synthesizer Scaling. They have about 240 something members and they're making $257,000 a month at the moment. And then on the other side, you've got Low Ticket High Volume, which is about $49 to $184 a month. I mean, it could be even a little bit more than that, but I'm taking this data directly from the top 180 communities on Skool. So for example, Make a Skool by Nick Sarayev, great guy, incredible AI content, by the way. He's making $246,000 a month at the moment from around 2,200 members. And then you've got Nate Herc, incredible content. He runs AI Automation Society Plus. He's got more than 3,000 members. I think at the moment he's probably got like 3,600 members and he's making around $231,000 a month. And then you've got School of Mentors making around $182,000 a month with about 6,100 members. Do you see the amount of traffic you need to drive, the amount of conversions every single month? So the only way this model works, if you really want to make amazing money, is you need to have crazy amount of social media presence, you need to have a personal brand, and you need to drive a lot of traffic to your school community. So you see the difference? With this one, you don't need to have a lot of traffic, but you need to have sales calls and drive conversions, and you need to charge more. And with the low ticket community, you need to drive a lot of traffic, all right? These are their about pages. So this is Evolve's about page, Synthesizer Scaling about page, doing incredibly well. And this is the low ticket model right there. These are the examples I showed you. And between those two, there's basically nothing, right? And what I'm calling this is the kind of the dead zone. It's the $250 to $499 a month with a few hundred to a few thousand members. Only 6 of the top 180 school communities sit there in that kind of price range. Why? Well, because they are too expensive to do high volume and not expensive enough to do low volume. So the question is, which one do you pick? Well, what I would say is it depends on your goal, right? It depends on how you bring in members as well. So if you have a YouTube channel or an Instagram or whatever, like you bring in so much traffic, or TikTok or something like that, you know, if you're bringing 100 to 200 paying members every single month, maybe more, go low ticket, go high volume, okay? But if you can't, then go for high ticket, low volume. It's the math just makes sense that way, because 100 members paying you, say, $1,500 a month is about $150,000 a month. That's crazy. And it is achievable. And you can build that off with 1 to 2 sales calls a day over a long period of time, especially if you've got a continuation offer and you are giving them the results that they joined for in the first place, then it's definitely possible. But it happens with consistency, of course. And one more thing on this is hiding the price versus showing it. And from this list that I've analyzed, 94% of the top 180 communities show the price. And that makes it 169 showing the price and 11 not showing the price. And when I say not showing the price, that means they show it's a free community, but you can't join that free community, right? You have like an application layer. So in the about page, they would put a link to apply in order to join, etc. And then when you apply, you get on a sales call and you go from there. So what that means is, unless you're at premium annual prices, don't hide your price, right? Just put it on the about page. And if you're charging $19 a month right now and you want to raise your price, what you can do is you can just do it, and Skool grandfathers your existing members at the old price, and those people that were already in your community, they will not be affected, okay? Only new members will pay the new price. So the downside is really zero. And what I find most people do is that they say next month the price will go from here to here, right? It will double, or it will get increased by $50 or whatever. And that will make people feel the FOMO. It makes them feel urgency in order to join this month, not next month. So pick one of the two. You've got high ticket, low volume, or low ticket, high volume. Don't sit in the middle, okay? Pick one and go with it. And once you've picked your model and your price, here's what you need to do. And this one is like the biggest move the top 1% of school communities actually do. And it's one that almost nobody else is doing. And by the way, guys, I've I've created you a cheat sheet with all of these 5 strategies ready to apply. I'm going to leave them for you down below in the description inside my free Skool community. Now, the fourth one, nobody is talking about on YouTube, okay? So here's what I've done. I've clicked on every single owner's name across the top 180 Skool communities. That's all 178 of them. And what I found was crazy. Half of the top 178 Skool community owners are actually running 2 or more Skool communities. That's literally half of them, right? 1 in 2. And a quarter run 3+ communities. And the top guys run 5, 6, 7, 8, or even 9 Skool communities, which is insane. So that's 89 owners running 1 community, 46 running 2, 23 running 3 communities, 11 running 4 communities, and 8 owners running 5+ communities. And here's what they do. Every single one of those communities is basically feeding others or selling at a different price point. So they have an ascension plan, which a lot of people don't have, right? They can barely survive or deal with one community, let alone a bunch of other communities. So look at this with me, right? Spencer Paulio runs both Evolve and Origins, okay? And so Origins is top 20 in the money category, and obviously Evolve is number 1 in the money category right now. And if I'm not mistaken, at the moment, Origins is ranking about 14 in the same money category. So both of his communities are in the top 20 of money, which is insane. How does that even work? Well, click on his profile and you'll see. So Origins is $98 a month with 1,200 members, and that's making him $98,000 a month. And then Evolve currently has 801 members at $1,700 a month, and that's currently making him nearly $700,000 a month. And combined, that's what, nearly $800,000 a month. That's from one owner running 2 Skool communities. And the part that blew my mind was that Origins about page, the hero wordmark, right? It's not even his face. It literally says Origins, creators of Evolve, right under the brand, as you can see. And in the right card, they say join Evolve and the link to Evolve as well. So what they're trying to do here, they're trying to take them from one about page to another. So in case the person who is looking to really scale properly, they might not find Origins suitable for them. So they might need the other community, which will help them scale faster. So basically, Spencer is using his $98 a month community as a billboard, or as basically advertising for his $1,700 a month one, right? And the whole about page is designed to capture the people at this level that want to be part of this community. But if they are more advanced than what this community is designed for, then they can go to the more advanced one, which is the Evolve community, right? So they are capturing both people that are at different levels. So basically, they're not letting anything fall through the cracks. And this is something I'm doing as well. So when I built cohort 1 of Kamosi, I joined 8 members at $5,000 each for 4 months. And that made me $40,000 in 7 days. And the way I built that wasn't, I'm going to pour everything into one community. It was, I'm going to use Skool as a vehicle and run multiple plays through it, okay? So it's the same thing Spencer is doing and many others, but on a smaller scale. And it's not just Spencer, by the way. You've got Gabriella, she's got 9 communities. Julian Jordi, 8 communities. Kelsey Poulter, 7. Hanan Khan, 7. Rob, you know, all of these people have multiple communities and they are all driving different leads to different communities, etc. Right? So once your one community is actually working, right, meaning you have paying members and the price you're charging is sticking, the next move is actually launching a second community at a different price point and pushing people between them. And that's your ascension plan right there. And literally half the top Skool community owners are doing this. You probably aren't. And if you're not doing that, and you should be doing that, that's the gap right there. And to be honest with you, you know, whether you're running one community or 2, the about page is what actually decides whether anyone joins in the first place, right? So before we get to the next thing, let's quickly talk about the about page that converts. So if your about page is not converting, okay, and you don't know what to write on it, look at how Make a Skool does their about page by Nick Sarayev. He's got 2,200 members charging charging $184 a month. And look at that. Make a Skool is the fastest and most affordable way to land client number one for AI services. Guaranteed. Like, you get slapped in the face with one line. You know, you've got testimonials all over. I'm sure that the VSL will be full of proof, guarantee of transformation. Basically, it will be unreasonable for you not to join if you're looking to get clients through AI services, etc. Like, he's one of the top communities on Skool, and he's got a very good reputation and a great YouTube channel as well. Gives a lot away for free. But let's look at the first line, okay? And the guarantee below it just seals the deal, right? You get your first paying client in 90 days or your money back. That's it. It tells you who it is for. It tells you what you get, okay? A bunch of amazing bonuses, and then it tells you how fast, okay? 90 days. That's a reasonable amount of time. And who takes the risk? It's mostly Nick, because if you don't achieve what he's promising you to achieve, he will give you your money back. So yeah, that's it. 29 words, done, right? And by the way, this is not just Make a Skool. It's 19% of the top 180 Skool communities are using the guarantee on the About page. And in the tech category, it's 35% that are using the guarantee, okay? So what that means is, if you're in tech and you're not doing a guarantee or risk reversal, if you like, you're leaving big money on the table. Which brings me to the next thing. And this one trips up almost every Skool community owner who tries to copy what the top 1% of Skool communities does too early. That's free communities. Now, free communities work, but only at the right time. So 12 of the top 178 Skool community owners are running a free community with thousands of members. And what they're doing is selling paid stuff inside of it. So Study Cutter is the clearest example. They're number one in self-improvement with 18,300 free members, okay? And inside the community, they upsell a $29 a month video tier, a $99 a month personalized grading tier, and a $995 back to basics course. So they're making $101,000 a month with all of this combined. And all of this is coming from a community that is free to join. And at the bigger end, it gets even crazier. For example, Nate Herc Free Community AI Automation Society has 353,000 members. And this is a free community. And what he does is he funnels them into a paid one called AI Automation Society Plus. And he makes $231,000 a month from it. And he charges $99 a month. And he has 3,600 members. And here's the thing. Study Cutter needed 18,300 members for this to work. Nate's needed hundreds of thousands for this to work, okay? So what that means is, if you've got 50 paying members today and you spin up a free community, what's going to happen? Well, you'll sit in there in an empty free community for 6 months while your paid one stagnates. So it's really not the play. If you don't have many members coming in, then your best play is doing low volume, high ticket. So free works, but not first. Start with paid first, okay? Get to, say, 250 paying members, then add the free community on top as a way to bring in more people, nurture them, and use that as a bridge to the paid community. However, saying that, I would suggest a free community if you're doing high ticket so that you can take them from free to paid. And that's the exception. And that's what I do as well with my Kamosi community. So that's the 5 things that the top 1% of Skool communities do, right? They don't chase members. They pick a wealthier buyer. They go high ticket, low volume, or low ticket, high volume, never in the middle. They run more than one community, and they only add free once paid is working. Now, the communities making real money on Skool aren't doing anything magical. They're just doing basically these 5 things. And now you know which are these 5 things, all right? So what you need to do now is you go and apply them, right? And by the way, I've created a cheat sheet with all of these strategies that you can apply in your community today. You'll find them inside my free Skool community. I'll leave you a link below down in the description. But here's the thing. Once you know these 5 things, the next problem is, how do you actually launch the thing and get paying members through the door fast, right? Because the model is one thing and the launch is another. So I broke down exactly how I did $40,000 in 7 days from a Skool community in this video right here. So go watch it next.